How to introduce anime to non-anime watchers without scaring them off.
Hey yo, what the
Weird,
fuck?
buddy. You're weird.
A lot of people suck at recommending anime, and it's because they don't follow these 3 simple rules. Today, I'm breaking down the biggest mistakes that people make when they're suggesting anime to new anime watchers, so you never have to be that guy again. Now remember, when we suggest anime, our goal isn't to turn them into otakus, full-blown otakus overnight. The pain of waiting weekly for manga chapters to come out because they got impatient with anime episodes, that'll come later. For now, we just want to ease them in without making them think that we're weirdos for watching anime in the first place. So maybe let's not recommend an anime full of fan service to our super religious coworker, or suggest Yuri on Ice to our Joe Rogan podcast loving right-wing homie. Just wouldn't make sense. Now I get it. When you love something, you want to share that passion with anybody who's interested, and you would assume that everyone else would love it too. But if you hit someone with the wrong recommendation, you could risk turning them off to anime completely. And I've seen that happen way too many times on social media, in person, or in forums. Recommending anime isn't hard. You just have to curb your enthusiasm and tailor your suggestions to that specific person. So let's break it down. 1. Don't just suggest anime that you like. If you've been watching anime for a while, then you probably have a ton of knowledge. You've seen shows and you've seen various different genres. But with
great power comes great responsibility.
Just because you love a show doesn't mean that it's the best intro for somebody else. For example, I've been watching anime for years, since I was a little kid. But 15 years ago, if someone would have mentioned, hey, watch Gintama, I would have turned it off after the first 2 episodes.
What the hell was that?
The first 2 episodes of Gintama were filler for the manga readers to celebrate that the anime had been created, even though I love the show now. So even seasoned anime watchers need the right gateway shows sometimes. And if someone's never watched anime before and you don't know if they're squeamish, do not suggest Goblin Slayer or Berserk to them. You could either traumatize them or have them looking at you hella sideways for even suggesting they watch a show like that. Same thing if someone super religious is looking for an anime recommendation. Maybe Golden Boy isn't the best first pick. Not saying that they won't like it, but let's ease them in first. Now, if Goblin Slayer, Berserk, Golden Boy are your go-to recommendations for beginners, I'm calling the cops. You're a menace to society and you need to be locked up. Also, why is that even your first go-to? There's a lot I could go into that, but I'm not. 2, you're not taking their interest and their personality into consideration. Before you recommend a show or anything to someone, you should always ask, what kind of shows, movies, or books do you watch/read? This gives you an idea of their taste, so you can suggest anime that actually matches their interest. Into action movies, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, or Fire Force.
And I almost forgot one of my favorites, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Love mysteries and thrillers, Death Note, Erased, Death Parade, Be the Beginning, Psycho-Pass, or Monster, which is a classic. Big on martial arts and fighting, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hajime no Ippo, or the Street Fighter anime adaptations.
There's also the Fatal Fury motion picture that I think is just as good as Street Fighter movies and houses some of my favorite characters in the Art of Fighting game series by SNK. Regardless, I love both movies as a little boy for its amazing animation and attention to detail. But anyway,
I'm not suggesting Baki because someone suggested that to me and I hated it. That show is trash. Funny moments, but I'll discuss that in a later video. Enjoy comedies, Asobi Asobase, Chio's School Road, or One Punch Man. Those are good picks. They had me dying. If they think anime is too childish, then suggest some darker shows with heavier themes. You know, we have Cowboy Bebop, Vinland Saga, Black Lagoon, or Your Name. You get the idea. Knowing what they already like can make it that much easier to make an anime recommendation that will really stick with them and could possibly get them liking anime even more to where they can dig into some serious shows. And if they still don't like your recommendation, just tell them to get the fuck out of your face because they have bad taste. Number 3, ignoring the episode count. This might be the most important factor in successfully recommending anime. If someone has the attention span of a goldfish and can barely finish a regular TV show, do not hit them with One Piece. As soon as they see 1,000 plus episodes, they're gonna close the browser and then they're gonna go and watch Friends for the 10th time, even though that show sucks. Even some hardcore anime fans can get scared off by long episode counts. And these are the same people who read Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, but somehow One Piece is just too much. And honestly, I get it, but really I don't. So when recommending anime, I usually stick to something around 65 episodes or less. That's short enough for them to binge and not feel overwhelmed. If they like it, then you can slowly start easing them into longer series that they can really sink their teeth into and enjoy an adventure. And the beauty of anime is that there's really something out there for everyone. Some series can take years to finish, some take a few months, and others can take a day if you lock in. There are even some animes that have 3-minute long episodes from start to finish. Could I tell you what the hell that anime was about? Absolutely not. But I know that I watched it and I was intrigued. At the end of the day, anime isn't just a genre. It's a whole medium for storytelling. There's something out there for everyone, but you have to find the right entry point. For each person. So if you want to get someone into anime, don't just push your favorites on them. Figure out what kind of stories they already enjoy and do not overwhelm them with a 1,000 plus episode series. And if they still aren't into it, that's fine. Not everyone has good taste. If you like the video, drop a like, leave a comment with your go-to anime recommendations, and subscribe for more anime martial arts content. Be on the lookout for anime recommendations based off of some of the interests that I listed earlier in this video. Also check out my last video, and if you really like my content, share it with a friend. That goes a long way. All right, take it easy.